One of the very first pedals that I bought was the Nux Time Factor, which was their little orange delay pedal. I've kind of always held Nux to be like a pretty interesting brand. Of course, you know, a lot of it is kind of focused on clones and, you know, entry-level gear, but some of it is really decent stuff as well. I first got in contact with them over the Nux Atlantic, but recently got in touch about the Nux Trident. So this is a sponsored video. Nux have sent me some stuff over the years. They've never sponsored a video until now. I actually use their wireless pack on gigs so that I can go out to the front of house and check what things are sounding like. But the Trident guitar processor is what they call it. Can load IRs, it's got modelling, it's got a looper, it's got loads of effects. Importantly, I think this could be something that a few folks might find useful. I think of something like the Boss ME90, and it was like, okay, well, this is sort of modelling done a little bit differently, and a direct system done a little bit differently. So it's really nicely boxed. Got some feet in there, is that? Okay, we've got the power supply there. And first of all, it's smaller than I was expecting. And I think that's quite a good thing in terms of, I thought it was going to be a bit bigger than that. So, really nice small unit. Now, as you see, what we've got here is a bit of a fixed kind of system, which I kind of quite like the idea of, because quite a lot of time with modelling device, one of the things that you're ending up doing is thinking, right, well, what will I put where, and all that sort of stuff. So we've got reverb, we've got delay, we've got mods, we've got effects. Well, reverb here, delay, mod, effects, and ABC. I'm going to spend quite a bit of time sort of looking into this. The back, what we've got is an expression pedal, input, ascend and return, aux in, master volume, lift and ground, 2 XLR outputs, output 1, output 2, phones, and MIDI in and out. And it's powered by 500 milliamps, 9-volt DC. So your normal kind of wall water is going to do this, or something like your Harley Benton power supply would also be able to power that. So that's pretty neat. How does it sound? Let's find out. Yeah, size of a Boss GT1 basically, a little bit larger, but This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. So for me, on first impression, the tones and feel of it, are good. simple to edit on the device as well. So as I saw there, I edited the amp block. You see it's keeping trails. And then over here. If I decided, right, I need a trem on here, what would I do? Just trem, level, depth, and then press mod, right? You can save it on or off. Press select save. And then we've got boost over here, effects over here, 3 presets that are easily accessible in the front, and hold for tuner. See we've got the full kind of effects chain there, you can see what's on or off. Got noise reduction there as well if we want it, etc. Not super easy to edit this part, but the actual switches here I think are pretty useful. So that's really pretty nice. But of course the PC editor I think is even better. In the first instance, I'd like to show you how this thing works, and we'll set up a preset, I guess, or maybe even sort of 3. So first of all, I just want to check this, which is so we do have sort of, it's maintaining trails as we switch across, right? So that's, first of all, good news. These are the Chappers presets, which sound anyway, so you see you got your chain, noise reduction, effects, mod. You can move these around, boost, amp, cab, EQ, send and return, delay and reverb. That's pretty handy. So if we were to build a preset, let's go, our choices of amps, I quite like this. We've got a Jazz Clean, Deluxe Reverb, Bassman, Tweedy, Twin Reverb, High Watt, Cali Crunch, A15, A30, Plexi, Brit 800, etc. And we've even got a Lone Star. So let's go with the Lone Star. Cabs, we've got plenty of choices as well as being able to load your own IRs, but let's again go with the Lone Star. In terms of mics, position, stuff like this, and you've got a few choices, E906, U87, let's go with the U87. In terms of boosts, some nice choices. We've got RC Boost here, we've got Red Dirt, Morning Drive, Blues Driver, Let's go with the blues driver actually. Go for some sort of Andy Timmons type vibes. And we'll bypass that for a second. Reverbs, what we got? Springer Plate, Shimmer, Room and Hall. Then we got a delay here, which is post for some reason. Let's go with pan delay. Probably. Right, so let me start to save this. Save as. We can put it in a new place, or just save over here. Save over here, save it over this. Okay, Lone Star. Okay. I'm going to move that cab. Yes, we've got low cuts and high cuts on the IR as well. So, effects here, we've got a studio compressor, mod, we could have all of this stuff. Stereo chorus, where's the one? This is the one. Put that after the delay. That's nice. I really like that chorus actually. Right, save. So really straightforward to use. We've got an EQ here. If we want it, 7-band or para EQ. And that's a really nice kind of visualization. That's dope. What else have we got? So let's think about effects, pitch benders, harmonies, compressors. So Dr. Q, like an envelope follower. Cool. Lots of different amplifiers and some interesting choices. tones seem to me to be pretty good. So, in general, great.
Okay, looking at the manual here, there are a few different subtleties to how you can use the pedal. So your Studio Direct is obvious, like the most obvious situation. Use the output 1 and 2 to connect to your FRFR or your monitors, and then use your XLRs, DI out, DI 2 for that as well. You could connect into a power amp in, and there's a different output setting, essentially, you can select where we're talking about here, output mode, here. So you can rotate the select knob to choose the output mode. It's global EQ. You can see that there's these settings, Studio Direct, amp front and amp rear. So what's important to note here, I think, is if you're using amp rear, the cab block will be disengaged. So this is to go into an effects return, essentially, of an amp. So amps, power amp in or return. Got 4-cable method, post effects, in which case you want to disable the amp and cab, and then pre effects. So those are kind of like their settings. This one here, they don't recommend, go straight into the front of your amplifier. They're not recommending that. But then, as you say, you've got global settings and all that sort of stuff. So some interesting ways to use the pedal. And I'm thinking that you could possibly, with a send and return, put the send after or just before the amp and cab and send that off to your amp if you wanted to use your traditional amp as well as have this go to front of house. I'm thinking that would work.